me. I'm Shakira. It's Monday morning. It's stupid early, and I want to get some practice in before work starts. So I'm just going to be popping into the charts here, looking for significant shifts, runs above and below buy side and sell side liquidity, fair value gaps. Maybe I can try and figure out IO Fed, where a fair value gap has been tapped but not filled completely, things like that. And honestly, trying to figure out if I can find like breaker blocks and order blocks, mitigation blocks that also coincide with the fair value gaps and things like that. Basically just trying to see if I can spot it. And I'm gonna be doing this over and over again. So I hope it's not too boring for y'all. But I'm on a mission to get my money. All right, check it. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna make myself tiny. All right, so looking at the mesh, micro, um, E-mini, S&P. And if there's any moment that you think I'm being a bit distracted, it's because I'm looking at ICT tweets. So don't be alarmed. Session is basically spent. I prefer it disrupted. What is he saying? He's saying if price goes above 40.12, then his AM session is spent. What's up there? Sorry, since we're looking. Da, 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 da. Okay, I see. All right, so while we wait for all of that to look at come to fruition, let's pull the curtains back a bit into this what's what I'm looking for, consolidation period right here, and see what we could have done inside of that space. Let's hit. So while looking at that, I will let's drop down to the 1 hour and let's get. And what time is it? Wednesday, 4 o'clock. Okay, so maybe we can see what's happening after the 6 o'clock bell opens. Here's some sell side liquidity down here hanging out. Let's mark that out. And we have buy side up here, nice and juicy, along with a fair value gap. So there's two sets really. There's that guy. And then there's what's sitting over here. I'm just gonna plop that all down so I'm aware of them. I don't have bias at the moment, so. Right, and then we have this fair value gap. Make sure I've got it nicely sorted out. Not quite. Not perfect, but it's okay. It will do. So PG. All right, so what have we been doing? Oh, and I'm gonna drop this to that that high to the significant low. So we've just dropped into what would essentially be a discount. We had a significant break here. Price said, if you don't care, it dropped even lower. Maybe there's something else juicy over here. That's why you gotta look to the left. Beautiful imbalance over here. They came, they saw, they tapped into the order blocks over here. I'm gonna drop a line. Just let me see how spot on they did that. So this is the candle. So I'm gonna say use the close of it, and let's see how spot on they were. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. And if we'd used, so that's a really tiny candle, right? So if we'd used this candle, like the body of that candle, let's see. I'm trying to get a feel for like what the best method. So we would have gotten even better entry. Anyway, cool. Came into a bullish order block because I mean, if we look at the way this thing flew away, I mean, the expectation should be with this kind of a bullish move, boom, then it should react pretty well in the opposite direction. And it's basically what happened. Okay, so now that that's spent, we're back here. It tapped into it and it also, it flew and now we're back into this order, this order block right here. And we're in a discount. So let's see, what can we find? It's kind of a messed up flow in price, isn't it? All right, let's drop down to the 15-minute. And let's take a look here. So they've taken this. All right, they came to it, tapped this order block, ran away. We've got a break in structure, another break here. So maybe they'll come and take this sell side. So that's what I'm expecting. So nothing for me to do. You could probably take a small thing, short down to this if they come back into this space. So let me drop into the 5-minute and see what that looks like exactly. So we have this break right here. This is the better one in my opinion. Well, let's say it's here. They come back here, order block here. Let's see. And this is the part that's really hard, the patience part. You got to be patient, see what price tells you, what it wants to do. So let's see. So we're just consolidating. All right, so we've made ourselves we've taken out the short-term low with an imbalance. We have this this one, which is a lot more significant, but this one did come with a displacement, so I don't trust it. There's buy stop sitting above here that they can take out. So let's see. Because the other thing that can happen is they'll hit it and then continue down to this guy. If I miss it, I miss it. I'm still new. But I'm finding that, like, let's say before this wants to roll back up, they need to take this out, right? They haven't done so yet. We've got these relatively equal lows right here. Relatively. And then this equal set right here. So I expect them to take that out on their way here. And let me make sure this is properly. So we have this guy. So now that's an interesting thought, right? We have this guy down here. They haven't come to it yet. They're gonna do something. So I'm gonna wait for a proper structure. And proper structure for me is gonna look like, so this break's already occurred, boom. Then I'm waiting for retracement back. So they came back into, or close to it, they came back into this order block, right? Fair value gap, and then sold off. So I'm looking for something simple like that. They did something similar here. Where would the break be? But right about here, and then turned around and traded right back into the base of this order block and then sold off again. Let's see, can we get down to, like, say, a 2-minute? Yes, we can. Right, perfect. So once I start to see like a structure I'm looking for, then I'll drop down into the lower time frames. So far, we've got this bigger break. I'm expecting them to come back up to this guy right here. So for like an entry right there, or at the base of that order block right there. So let's continue waiting. Consolidating. Man, these are hard times. Wow, we serious? What time is it anyway? 10:25. Well, so we might not get anything until the next day. So we're testing this is the nighttime traffic, so there's nothing going on here. Let's pull this to the right. This is what happens at night. So we've crossed over into the 29th. So I'm just going to delineate my opening price, midnight opening, just to keep track of it. All right. So we've just gone sideways for hours and hours and hours. And we're just hanging out. All right, meandering. All right, so we're coming up to it. So now let me also draw, like, this is the, I don't expect it to go any higher than this. This is the order block that I'm thinking about, right? And I'll use these little buy buttons down here to test the theory. There's also some more right here, and this one's another option. Now with this, my stop loss would be probably right about there. So I don't expect it to take out this short-term high. Not short-term, intermediate term high. But let's see. Let's see how we behave. So I'm gonna look for it to take this and give me some structure. All right. So I'm waiting. Okay. All right. Beautiful. Let's go. All right. Okay. So, if I was more seasoned, I would have just hit buy right there. But I'm gonna let, yes. So I'm gonna let it create another structure for me here for an entry as extra confirmation. So once it breaks below here, we have this fair value gap. So when it goes up there, I'll go ahead and it tapped it right there. So let's see. Okay, let's do it. Let's buy stop loss right above here. And we're going to be targeting just below here and here. So let's see. So let's delineate that. Let's do stop loss. And let's target, we bought here. Let's target just below here to be conservative. And let's see how much that would give us short-wise. Do that. And we're targeting this guy right here. 35 ticks, 14. Okay. So let's see how that plays out. Could have also entered right here, this order block. I probably should have picked one of these. Why did I do that? We had this order block up here. That was the ideal entry. Oh, dang it. Let's see. It's not really the right break, was it? And I'm stopped out. So let's flatten that. All right, so that's dead. And I've lost. Oh, guys, I hit buy by accident. I meant to hit sell. So I just made $26.25. Completely by accident. All right. So let's remove our adjustments, our assumptions here. So now we've come in to take this out, and then this guy, maybe it wants to take the whole thing. That's how I always wonder how far they're willing to go. So let's see. So looks like, let's continue this way. I hope I have a lot more of those happy accidents in real trading. All right, let's hide the, okay. So let's see if we get some sort of retracement for a short. Okay, so now I need to see, let's drop down into the 2 minute. Yeah, I should have known better. Didn't get an actual break in structure. So let's see, let's take that off. This is basically spent. And now we know what we're looking for. I'm just going to zoom in on this general vicinity of price. And now I'm waiting for, okay. Now, this is a flat area. Is that a break? I would consider it a break down here, probably. Let's see. Now, if this is the break, this is an order block right here. And this is a break right here, and it's just tapped this order block area right here. So if I'm wrong and it's continuing up to this thing, then I should be buying at this point to continue this way because we've made this significant break, we made that one, but I was working off of this major break over here. Ooh, what's happening? Oh, tape reading missed swing. He really is fascinating, you know? Anyway, I'll come back to that. All right, so I don't have a juicy break for a short. I have one here. Let's go back to our 5 minute because maybe 15. Zoom out, get some perspective. So on the 15 minute, the break occurred here. We flattened, turned around. We need to take out this intermediary high for me to think it's going in the opposite direction to come take this guy out. But what we haven't done is taken out sell side. Now what time is it? 6:45. So let's wait till what happens at 8:30. Okay, so let's wait. Waiting. Time is at 7:45. Okay, 8:15, 8:30. Woo! So 8:30 open. Let's mark that off. I'm trying to figure out how to recognize the Judas swing. So this is midnight, and we've been trading very clearly above it, and then 8:30 just right and took out this thing strongly. So let's see how we play this out. They took out the buy side here. There's that guy there. There's all of this here, and then the bigger buy side that I was talking about earlier. So this is a bearish order block. So what are they gonna do? Let's drop down to the 5 minute and watch it. Ooh, we've made like a gap here, some kind of void, like a market void. So they have to come and rebalance that. But now we have a proper break, and then we have an order block, and so we could be buying to go up here. So let's see what price does, and let's give this a different color. What should a market void look like? It's not much different than the other stuff. Don't judge me. All right, so I'm expecting price to come back down, fill this void, and then maybe I can go up. So this red candle, my order block right around here. So let's see. All right, I'm expecting you to, and I can be wrong. I'm still learning to read price. Coming down. Okay, we're consolidating around this space. Now the other option is that they'll take 50% of this imbalance and go and continue back up. Still need some sort of, confirmation of that. So there it is, right? They came, they tapped the void, and then they ran away. Is that enough? Okay. What does that look like on the 1 minute? I mean, the very top of this guy would have been like this bearish order block right there. Right there would have been a good place for an entry to go long. But guess what we have now is a shift. A nice, like actually, if I'd been on the 1 minute, seeing that big thing, that's a nice clean shift. look for it to come back into this order block. I probably would have been expecting this one, but though if it took it, then I might be a little worried about it dropping below here. So with this one, I'm expecting it to come back down to this order block. Let's see. And we've come in to take this liquidity void. Perfect sense. What are you gonna do? You're gonna like just hang out at this order block and then continue on up. It's a pretty strong update. See, still haven't been able to figure out what I should be doing in these moments. I mean, I'm looking for a very specific structure. We've got order blocks just hanging about, given that it's very bullish at the moment. What time is it? Ooh, is this 9:30? Yeah. So 9:30 open and then we flew away to continue the bullishness. So it's bullish for the day. So I'm looking for longs. So potentials are right here. I don't really want it to go much lower. There's this guy down here. So let's see. Can I hit the buy button? I'm trying to hit it right here. And I could be wrong. I'm going to consolidate a little bit, gather up some more orders. All right, we're going to eat some more of that liquidity. Beautiful. Actually, almost. Okay, I'm going to buy here because I'm crazy. Stop loss right under here. Let's put that there, below that. And stop loss. And let's drop a long tool since I bought here. And it's probably going to drop below. So I'm going to tap into about 50% of that imbalance. And I'm going to just do that. Actually, below that. It's kind of a bit much. 34, 106. Ugh. Thank God for micros. All right, let's see. Okay. Come on. This rate, I'd be trailing my stop up. Not quite above, but right here to reduce my risk. Like that. Let's continue on up. Relatively decent, even price action, very small amounts of fair value gaps. All right, there's that guy. All right, it's taken it. There's that order block and that one. Let's see, do you want to continue down? We've created another fair value gap. Eating it up. All right. And I expect it to keep moving up from here. Okay. It's another decent consolidating. So we're at 76, so I will be moving my stop loss up to break even, a little above break even like that. Whatever happens. Now, it would be nice if I'd bought like one or two contracts I could have taken. So we're aiming for that. I could have taken a little off right there, but we haven't gotten to it yet. So let's see. Okay. So far, so good. Looking all right. I'm gonna trail my stop to under here. Not gonna move it back. I'm about to be stopped out. Order block. But tides are slow. Come on. All right, we are coming along nicely. Let's not be greedy. Let's, once it taps this guy, we are Audi 5000. And flatten. It's $138 on the micro. Beautiful. Nice long from this area. Once we understood the bias for the day, that made it a lot easier to figure out what to do. Of course, expect it to go higher, but I'm going to it's taking out that buy side liquidity. And then while it continues on, I will figure out the next thing. But for now, I'll take my profits and go on about my business. Well, it's about time for me to start thinking about actual work, so I'm gonna put a pause on this. But um, it's kind of the waiting and the prepping that's hard, like that's the hard part. I need to figure out how to make that happen and work with it. But I'm gonna keep practicing day by day, continuing until I am much better at it. And much better at recognizing what's happening in different areas, because I'm still not good at that, you know, still not good at that. But anyway, happy hunting, keep practicing, keep on trucking, we gonna get there. I've given myself this whole year to perfect my version of this art, and to perfect understanding how the market runs and what it means for me. Because I mean, look at this. From a bias perspective, we opened at midnight, we went down a little bit, and then we traded upwards. And then at 8:30, we traded upwards beautifully. So that switched out my bias immediately. Like once we came and took out this intermediary high, then that changed me because, no longer is this considered like a Judas swing or something. I mean, I guess the swing was this little tiny thing underneath it, but I'm not even going to call it that. But this was like a clear shift, in the momentum. And then this was even more of a confirmation, which is what I was looking for. Like once this is taken out altogether, which it was, boom, then this gave me an opportunity for an entry and to ride it up to the buy side that I was looking for in the first place. So internal entry, external range taken and bagged. And look at that, beautiful. I would have gotten half into the order block, into the fair value back, the gap that I was talking about too. Not bad. So it's one of two, probably goes up to that, but probably look for another entry inside of this. I expect it to meander a bit in the middle of this order block. Now, does it become a breaker block or is it just a regular order block? We'll see. This guy here is an order block and that could turn and it's all the way up here. So this could be a breaker block. Nice opportunity to go up. Anyway, I think that's it. My hair's looking crazy today. Happy Monday. Hope the weekend was good for you guys. And until next practice session, which is going to be every day. I'm getting up early for this. So drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you feel like it. Shakira out.